and it's on the gloves. I was like, that was not what I was signing up for. Just the video of how I go from this to this. Hey, hey, hey. That was a little gay. But anyways, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here or returning, which a lot of y'all are, hello. Thank you for yet again deciding to indulge in another video of mine. As you can see by the title and see by my crested, busted exterior, today's video is a yassification video. Now I'm sure you're like, what? What is the yassification? What are you talking about? Come on, Durandis. You know what I'm talking about? Today is a yassification video. You think I just pop out every day looking like the bad bitch I am? No, no bad bitch does that. Granted, I'm a bad bitch at this state too, but it takes a little bit of work. We are preparing for Pride. Hey. Yeah, we're getting ready for Pride. It is currently Wednesday, the 22nd. Pride is this Saturday and Sunday. I'm only going to Pride on Saturday though. So I'm gonna pop out for the one good time, see all the jolly gays, jolly little gays, be the gayest gay in the fullness of gays that I can be. And I'm going to enjoy my day. Probably be a little drunk, little tipsy and gay. But I figured, why not record the process of me getting ready to be gay? I look crusty. I've said it multiple times. There's even videos before this where I just look crusty. I don't give a fuck. Yes, bitch, my natural state is crust. I pop out 1-2 times when I want to and looking cute and everything. Like, I can do it, don't get me wrong. But I'm comfortable crusty. Before we get to the big grand process of everything and how I look in the end results, give this video a like if you're excited to see the yassification of me. And if you are also yassifying yourself for the Pride this weekend, let me know. Like, let me know. If you see me at Pride this weekend, let me know. Let me know if you see me. You know, I'm a little socially awkward, but say hello. Maybe we can take some cute pictures together. By the end of this video, I'm gonna be looking like bam. We have a to-do list today, you know, Capricorn thing. Serotonin from checking off the to-dos. As you can see, it's been a minute since I recorded my last video. So my hair is yet again grown out. I'm looking crusty and hit. My eyebrow is no longer blonde anymore. She grew out, you know. We're gonna re-bleach my hair. We're gonna cut it. We're going to shave the face and any other parts of the body. We're gonna self-tan. Possibly. And we're gonna put on nails. So it's like 5-6 things we have to do in preparation for the yassification. Now I know a lot of y'all are probably like, self-tan for what? Like, bitch, you're black. Doesn't mean you can't tan. Doesn't mean you can't use fake tan to look even more nice and melanated. Also, I did a survey on my Instagram. If you're not following my Instagram, what are you doing? You need to go follow the Instagram so you can stay up to date. I've been making sure to be somewhat active, at least on my stories. You're missing out on giving your input. So on Instagram, we ended up playing this or that, which is basically you guys helping me decide what I want to do for Pride. So I'll insert the pictures of everything and the results that we got. We decided the makeup look that I'm gonna do. We also decided like if I was gonna touch up my blonde or not, as well as if I was gonna wear nails or not. Now, I already bought nails before I even asked, but even afterwards of me buying them, everyone said wear nails. 100% was saying wear nails. So good thing I got them nailed. So yeah, so without further ado, I guess we'll just kind of get started. For me doing my hair process, the video before this, I literally was doing my hair. If you haven't watched it, you should go watch it right now. You know, go get them views up. So I'm not gonna show you guys the process of me doing my hair. I'm gonna show you guys me cutting my hair, what I do, and I basically went and got the stuff I use to cut my hair. There's no special technique to me cutting my hair, to be honest. I just used some basic ass clippers that I got. I use these Remington clippers, and I'm sure you're like, what is this? This is basically a compartment, if I can get it out. It's basically just a compartment within the clippers that holds your hair. As you cut your hair, it sucks up the hair. So that's really mainly why I also got them, was because you don't gotta worry about like hair getting everywhere. For the guard that I use on here, because I'm not going in raw. I'm not going in raw with it. I don't know, 1/8, 3 millimeter. Yeah, but yeah. I basically use that guard. It's the lowest guard that I have for these. I basically just cut my sides. There's really nothing to it. I just make sure that the hair is blocked out of the way. And as far as like a lining goes, I really don't line my hair just because I don't, to be honest. What I do is I'll take a basic little razor and I'll cut my sideburns, and so that they're just kind of like a blunt little chop on the side, just because how I like them. I was more of a do my edges kind of person, not give me a lineup kind of person. I'm basically just gonna show y'all a little quick glimpse of how I do my hair. I'm gonna shave both sides of my head and do the little razor method, and then I'm going to be back and we'll continue the process. As you guys saw a little bit throughout the video. I do end up cutting my longer pieces of hair sometimes on the little edges where I shave up at it and everything. And I'm sure a lot of y'all are probably like, bitch, be careful. I don't strive for perfection when it comes to doing my hair because of the fact that my hair grows out so quickly. Because odds are, if I fuck something up to the point where I don't like it enough, I'll just shave my head. I really don't be caring. Like, I don't know if y'all get that or not. I really just don't be giving a fuck. You only live once. I'm confident that I can pull off multiple looks. I don't care. I said it. Oh, I just dumped it out. Oh my god. Bro, I literally dropped the little, I just dropped the little cap in there. I dropped it in there like a stupid. And then I freaking tried to dump it out. And I literally just dumped like so much developer out. And it's on the gloves. Now we have this much in there. I don't know how that's going to work. Now that I have sabotaged myself in this yassification process, we're gonna really have to pray. So please, down below, comment the little praying hands and send me a prayer. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'll get back to you guys, and hopefully I don't look crazy as shit. So we are finally back. Took me a little minute. As you can see, my eyebrow and like my facial hair and the side of my head, the blonde, it lightened it. Down here, it didn't really take as well, but I'm pretty sure that's because I freaking dumped out half of the product in the sink. I'm basically just gonna put on a serum on my face and everything, and put on some lotion, get my skin nice and prepped, you know, before I start plucking my eyebrows and everything, and then I'll get back to y'all once I finish doing that. While I pluck my eyebrows, I figured let's answer some questions. Okay, so first question is, how do you find inspiration for your shoots? On Instagram, I do photo shoots. I've been doing photo shoots since like 2019, like right before the pandemic started. DIY at home photo shoots, kind of like when it was just becoming a thing or whatever. And basically for my photo shoots, the inspiration behind those is that I be on Pinterest. Or what I'll do is, like, when I'm on social media, if I see like certain makeup looks that I want to try and recreate, or certain photo shoots that I've seen other people do, kind of just draw inspiration from there. Or for one of my photo shoots that I did this year, I was watching Euphoria, and I just kind of do inspiration from that. Honestly, it really just depends on how I'm feeling. What's the next question we have? Next question is, around who do you feel most like yourself and why? To be honest, this question is kind of tricky, because I don't know the answer for that question. Like, I could say like, oh, I feel the most around myself. I feel the most myself when I'm around like my friends and like loved ones, blah, blah, blah. But to be honest, that's not the truth. I don't really know myself. That's the running theme here, is that I don't really know myself to the full extent. Like, yeah, I have an idea of myself, but a lot of times when I'm alone, I question who the fuck I am. Like, who I am as a person, like what I have to offer, like my beliefs. Like, I question myself a lot when I'm by myself. And so when I'm around other people, maybe in the moment I might feel like I can be less guarded, but I don't know if it's necessarily myself. I don't really know myself. I feel like there are certain people in your life that you can be a certain version of yourself with, and certain people you can be a different version of yourself with. I don't really know if I'd say like, oh, I'm being myself. Like, there's so many different versions to me as a person. I don't really know. That's a hard question for me. Alright, so I literally just got done filming me putting on fake tan. I wasn't gonna do my whole body because it was going to get sticky, and because the clothes that I'm wearing are white, and so I don't want it to get all over my clothes. But I explained that in the previous clip that I had, and I recorded me doing this trick with the fake tan or whatever, but the previous clip corrupted. Like, I filmed the whole process of me doing it and everything, and the clip was gone. I tried to recover it, it did not work. So unfortunately, I don't have the process of me doing this anymore. But I'm upset about that because I literally just had the whole process of me doing my face. Like, you can't even tell really that there's anything on my face. But I basically just took my makeup brush, I dipped it in the little solution, and then I just like did as if I was like contouring. Well, not contouring, but like bronzing or whatever you could say. I did it underneath my lip just to like make it pop more. I also did it right here and very little up here because I don't really care too much. And I did some right there, and I did some on my ears because why not? Yeah, I'll check back in with you guys when I do the nails. Alright, I am back. While I basically file and prepare to put on these press-on nails, I figured in the spirit of it being Pride Month, why not give you guys a story time about how I came out? Oh my god. And I know a lot of y'all are probably like, you had to come out? No, I didn't. It was always very adamantly clear that I was gay, but there was a point in my life where I did not acknowledge it nor accept it. It really isn't all that special. Like, to be honest, it's not like anything crazy or exciting. For starters though, I'm gonna show you guys the nails. So the nails that I got were just some plain, they don't really look that pink on camera, but they're like just some basic pink, very natural looking. I'm trying to think of how I want to start the story time. I have a story time video that I'm going to be coming out with sometime after this video. Okay, I guess I'll start with, basically, I came out my freshman year of high school. I think like the second month of school or something like that. Long story short, I ended up getting my tonsils taken out my freshman year of high school. And so I was not at the school for like 3 or 4 weeks. It was freshman year, and so we were getting a lot of new students at our school. My school was a junior high and a high school, so basically I didn't switch schools after junior high. I just stayed at the same school. We were getting a good amount of new kids. Basically, while I was gone, my friends that I went to school with, they were obviously making more friends and stuff like that while I was gone, since I wasn't really there. So when I got back to school, there was some new people that sat at our table for lunch that I did not know. For the sake of personal privacy, I'm going to give everyone fake names. We're gonna call one person, this girl, her name's gonna be Penelope. The guy of the story that is also new, we're gonna call him Lorenzo. I called him Lorenzo. So we got Penelope and Lorenzo. Penelope and Lorenzo kind of like adapted into my friend group while I was gone for the weeks that I was gone. So when I came back, I just came back to seeing Penelope and Lorenzo at our table eating lunch with us and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, like that's cool. Funny enough, I knew of Lorenzo because of the fact that me and Lorenzo had went to the same elementary school for a point in time. We didn't really talk to each other in elementary school though. I was very much an ugly duckling and people just didn't really like me. I got bullied a lot in elementary school, so I wasn't expecting for us to, I don't know, I guess just talk or whatever. The thing was is that with Penelope and Lorenzo, their relationship was kind of weird. I feel like it's weird on the outside looking in, and spoiler alert, foreshadowing, I ended up knowing personally why it was so weird, because of the fact that what we thought as far as like them being best friends wasn't necessarily the truth, and I'll get into that in like later story time. So off bat, I'm like, oh, it's Lorenzo, like haven't seen him in forever. And honestly, Lorenzo was looking really good. Lorenzo, he looked cute. Lorenzo and Penelope were best friends from my knowledge and from everyone else's knowledge. They were best friends. They both came from the same junior high. After like a week or two of me being back at school or whatever, I ended up adding them on Facebook. It might have been a week actually. I had this thing back in the day where I would just add people on Facebook, like if I ran into them or like if we had mutual friends. Remember back in the day, like when everybody was using Facebook, people really only cared about how many friends on your Facebook or whatever. So I had like a good amount of friends on Facebook because I would just add people that I knew through like mutuals or whatever. So I ended up adding Penelope and Lorenzo on Facebook probably like a week or so after. It was like the next day or like a couple days after or whatever. We were all at lunch. Lorenzo and Penelope, they would always be like arguing, and not like necessarily like arguing like how you would traditionally argue with people, but more so like they would just bicker about random stuff, bicker about little things that didn't really matter, and kind of mask it as like they were playing. And I didn't think nothing of it, because I'm like, oh, okay, like I have some relationships like that too. Also, they're best friends. Like, oh, I forgot to mention, Lorenzo was gay. So Lorenzo was gay. Lorenzo was out and gay, or bi. Spoiler alert, me and Lorenzo ended up dating for like 3 years of my life, and that was something. And also ended up being best friends with Penelope at a point in my life too. So I feel like both those relationships I learned a lot. It's about like what it means to have like boundaries and like love yourself and all that stuff. But I digress. Something for a different video. I didn't really speak too much to Lorenzo just because I was nervous and had a crush on him, and I wasn't out. One day we were all walking up the stairs like in between transitions for like one of the lunches or whatever, and so on the way upstairs to the classes or whatever, I would go one way and Penelope and Lorenzo would go the other way. Because at our school it was basically like Hogwarts in the sense that we had houses. For grade 9 there'd be 2 houses. There'd be a Gryffindor house and a Slytherin house. Basically we're going up the stairs same way, and I don't know what sparked the conversation, but Penelope and Lorenzo were essentially just bickering about something. I'm not sure what they were bickering about, but they're bickering about something. I found out later on wasn't even like a thing, like they just did that because they wanted to ask me when I'm about to tell y'all. So basically Penelope is arguing with Lorenzo, and Lorenzo had this thing where he would always tell people to eat his ass. Any single time like Penelope would say something he didn't like, or if someone made a joke or something like that, he'd be like, bitch, like eat my ass. Him and Penelope were arguing about something, or bickering. They were bickering about something, and I don't know what it was specifically. She said something and he was like, bitch, like eat my ass or whatever. And so Penelope being Penelope, she was just overly dramatic with it. She was like, oh my gosh, like I'm not gonna eat your ass and blah blah blah, making it a big thing or whatever. I got the first one on. As she was doing that or whatever, I was like, I think I was walking behind her. Both of them were in front of me, and so I'm behind her and she turns around and looks at me and she's like, just unprovoked, It's just like, are you bi? And I was just like, because mind you, years before, like I said, it was very obviously abundant that I was gay, but I just didn't ever acknowledge it. Also because I would get bullied a lot. But for some reason, this day when she asked me, I kind of was just like, you know what, I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't give a fuck. Kind of like Lorenzo, so I kind of want him to know that, yeah, I am gay or whatever. So long story short, she ended up saying that, had a little gay panic, and then I ended up being like, yeah, I am. If you're of the queer community, you know how you come out as bi, only to then be gay. It's a whole thing. But yeah, so I basically came out as bi that day on the stairwell, and she was like, oh, okay. And then turns to Lorenzo, and she's like, oh, well, he can do that because he's bi. And I was like, hold up. That was not what I was signing up for. I would not be eating, munching, smooching, none of that. I'm not doing it. No. That basically is the short version of the story, to be honest. Not really much else to it. I just thought it was funny. That's basically just how I came out at school. Was because I liked Lorenzo and wanted him to know that I was fair game. So yeah, so I'm basically just going to finish up these nails, and then I'll come back to you guys with my makeup and everything done. Alright guys, so I am back. I am fully yesified, as you can see. I have my hair done, put a little earring in, and then I have the nails on, which I'm gonna pop off by the end of today because I just don't like nails. I try to convince myself that I do. They just a lot for me. They're a lot for me to do. I like how this look came out. I decided to do one colored eye contact and one non-colored. I don't know. Decided to spruce it up. And I have my Lil Nas X shirt on, you know, real gay with it today. It is like really cloudy outside today, and so I'm hoping that we're still going to Pride, but we're going a little bit later now. I'm just hoping that the weather's really nice. I get some cute pictures because I look cute. I'm really cute. What did I tell you in the beginning of the video? Were you taking notes throughout this video? Because if you were not taking notes, you need to go and rewind what I did, even though I didn't give a makeup tutorial. I'll do that if you want though. If you want one, let me know. I really just be testing things out. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a like and a comment down below. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. To all my she, theys, and gays, have a great Pride. Have a great rest of your Pride month. I hope you are just safe, you know? Stay elevated, stay positive, stay lifted, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.